The Olive Tree of Palestine. A strong message about freedom, hope, and Palestine. In a small village in Palestine, there was a very old olive tree. The people loved this tree very much. It stood in the center of the village like a guardian watching over everyone. It gave them olives, shade, and memories of their grandparents. They called it the Tree of Life. To them, it was not just a tree, but a part of their family. Every year, families came together under the tree. They picked olives, cooked food, and laughed together. It was a time of joy, love, and unity. Children played and ran around the tree. Old people sat under it, telling stories about the past. The air was always full of laughter and the smell of fresh olives. The olive tree was part of everyone's life. It was a symbol of peace and love. It reminded the people that even in hard times, life could still be beautiful. But one day, soldiers came to the village. They shouted and told people to leave their homes. The sound of boots and fear replaced the songs of peace. The people were afraid. They didn't know where to go. Their hearts were heavy, and tears filled their eyes. Houses were destroyed, streets were closed, and families were separated. The olive tree stood alone, covered in dust and smoke. Its green leaves turned gray, but it refused to fall. A little boy named Amir held his mother's hand. He looked at the soldiers and asked, "Mama, why are they doing this?" His small voice was full of fear and confusion. His mother hugged him and said softly, "Because they forgot about kindness, my son." Tears filled her eyes, but she stayed strong. She whispered a prayer for peace as they walked away. Amir looked back at the olive tree as they left the village. He whispered, "Don't worry, tree. I will come back." The promise stayed deep inside his heart. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. Amir and his family lived in a small refugee camp. The days were long, and the nights were cold. Life was very hard. There was little food, little water, and no school. But the people tried to keep their hope alive. But Amir never stopped dreaming. He always said, "One day I will go home." His mother smiled every time she heard those words. At night he looked at the stars and remembered the olive tree. He imagined it waiting for him, strong and proud. It gave him strength to keep going. When he grew older, Amir started helping children in the camp. He taught them how to read and write. He told them to never stop believing in a better future. He told them stories about the olive tree. He said, "This tree is like us. It never gives up." The children listened with wide eyes full of hope. Years passed. Amir became a young man with big dreams. He wanted to tell the world about his people. He carried the story of Palestine in his heart. He studied journalism and learned to write stories. He wanted to speak for those who could not speak. His words became his weapon of truth. He traveled to many countries and shared the truth about Palestine. He said, "We don't want hate. We want peace. We want our land." His message touched hearts around the world. Some people listened. Some did not understand. But Amir never gave up spreading hope. But Amir never lost hope. He believed that one day, Palestine would be free. He knew that hope was stronger than fear. After many years, Amir returned to his old village. His heart beat fast as he walked on the dusty road. Each step brought back a memory of his childhood. The houses were different now. The streets were quiet. But the spirit of the land was still alive. But then he saw it, the old olive tree. It was still standing tall and beautiful. Its branches reached toward the sky like open arms. He ran to it and touched its rough trunk. It felt warm, alive, and full of strength. Tears rolled down his face, but they were tears of joy. Amir smiled and whispered, "You waited for me." He felt peace inside his heart. The tree had kept its promise, just like he had. He took a small seed from his pocket. It was an olive seed, a new beginning in his trembling hands. He dug a small hole in the ground and planted it next to the old tree. Children from the village came closer to watch him. Their eyes were full of curiosity and light. They asked, "What are you doing, Uncle Amir?" He smiled and said, "I'm planting hope." The children's faces lit up with joy. He told them, "This tree will grow, just like our dreams. It will remind us that freedom will come, one day." His voice was soft but full of strength. The children clapped and smiled. They promised to take care of the tree. A new generation of hope was born that day. As the sun went down, Amir looked at the sky. He whispered, "Ya Allah, give my people peace." His heart finally felt light after many years. The wind blew softly through the leaves of the olive tree. It sounded like a prayer, gentle and full of love. The land seemed to breathe again. Amir knew that freedom was not just about land. It was also about keeping hope alive in the heart. He felt that as long as people believed, Palestine would live forever. He looked at the children and said, "Never stop believing. Never stop dreaming. Palestine will be free." The children nodded, their hearts full of pride. And as night fell over the hills, the stars shined brighter than ever before, just like the hope that still lived in every heart of Palestine.